In this video, I'll give you a tour of our redesigned little apps from StatPREP. When you go to our website, maa-staprep.shinyapps.io/little_app_spread, you'll see a number of buttons and graphs. In the middle top, you'll see a small graph of data. To the left, you'll see drop-down menus for choices that you can make. And then up across the top, you have 2 rows of buttons for making changes and comparisons. At the bottom of the window, you'll see the dataset. In this first drop-down, you'll find the source package. That means where you're getting your data from. We have preloaded data from our own little apps. We also have data from the Open Intro statistics book, Mosaic package from R, the Lock 5 textbook, Sullivan textbook, or you can even upload your own data set. Let's say that I want to use data from Open Intro. Now, if I'm not familiar with this textbook, I may not know what all of these data sets mean. Now, if I have the book, I could go look up the data sets, or I can pick some and see what happens. I am going to pick the data set diamonds. Now, I'm unfamiliar with this data set, so what are the response and explanatory variables? So I'll go to the little Dalek button, and I'm going to see the codebook. So click on Show Codebook, and it tells me what this data set is. Summaries of nearly 54,000 diamonds. And then it will tell me what all of the variables mean. So carat is a numeric vector, and I see that color is a factor with levels D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. So I can tell what is numeric and what is categorical. I'll dismiss this window. And from the dataset diamonds, I'm going to choose the response variable of carat, and then the explanatory variable, I'm going to choose color. So from the codebook, I could tell that I was going to have colors D, E, F, G, H, I, and J on the graph. Automatically, we've taken a sample by default of 50 diamonds from our data set. If I want a different set of 50 diamonds, I can roll the dice with this button, and it will choose a sample of 50 new diamonds and then graph the color and the carat. Down below in the bottom of the page, you'll see that the data set is changing. You can also copy and paste the data from the web page into an Excel spreadsheet for your own calculations if you choose. If I want to change the sample size, so let's say I would rather sample 10 diamonds, I can choose n equals 10 and get a new sample. I can roll the dice, see what happens with the color and the carat size with a new sample of 10 diamonds. If I want to actually pick 10 diamonds from each color group, I can check the box Stratify Sampling by Explain Variables. And now I have 70 diamonds sampled, 10 from each of the 7 groups, and it's listed down below in the data set. What's nice about the little app is that we can now freeze a graph. So if I pick the little snowflake, click it, I've just frozen the graph where it is. I can resample, and then I can make a comparison. Up across the top, if we click on the compare button, we will see the frozen graph over here on the right compared with the current graph on the left. You can also resample again and watch what happens. An auxiliary plot can be nice to graph. This is where no explanatory variable is given. We've lumped all of the 7 colors into one group and made a graph. Or if you click on the button for both, we can now see what happens when we have lumped all of the data together and graphed the carat versus the 7 different colors and then graph the carat. If you want to see one graph large, click the button at the top called Graph, and it will show you just one graph larger than our tiny little previews. You can also download the graphic for your own use. Back at the Data tab, let's look at the pancake menu, App Controls. When I click on it, it gives me new calculations that I can view. So I want to show the mean and I want to show the median for my data set. I can also click on a confidence interval and have that calculated for us. But I'm just going to show you the mean and the median. In our small preview, it's hard to see what is the mean and the median, so I'm going to go to the graph menu and see my graph a little bit larger. The black bar represents the mean, and then the blue bar represents the median. So now I can compare the caret size depending on the color of the diamond. So there you go. We have a tour of our little app, Center and Spread, and this interface is used in all of our new little apps. So once you learn how to navigate this app, you'll be able to navigate any of our other apps.